Why the Princess of Wales does not own her tiaras. The Duchess of Edinburgh wowed royal fans when she wore the Lotus Flower Tiara for the first time to the Japan State Banquet at Buckingham Palace on Tuesday evening. The diamond floral-themed headpiece was last seen on the Princess of Wales at the diplomatic reception in 2022, who was absent from the glittering event amid her ongoing cancer treatment. Sophie's appearance in the tiara sparked questions from royal watchers on social media about who the tiara actually belongs to. Lauren Keener of the Court Jeweller explains why the Princess of Wales does not actually own the jewels and they are not part of her personal collection. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. She tells hello, all 4 of the tiaras worn by the Princess of Wales belong to the sovereign. They were offered to her as loans, first by Queen Elizabeth II, and more recently by King Charles III and Queen Camilla. Kate has also been loaned other pieces of jewellery, including necklaces, brooches and earrings, for important occasions. Lauren adds, the Lotus Flower Tiara that the Duchess of Edinburgh wore on Tuesday originally belonged to the Queen Mother. Now it belongs to King Charles III. Kate has worn it as a loan from both the late Queen and the current King and Queen, but it has never been her personal property. The British royal family rarely gives heirloom jewels like tiaras as gifts. They prefer to loan out pieces of jewellery to members of the family like Kate and Sophie, allowing the jewels to be worn but still ensuring that they stay within the family's collection. In a rare move, the late Princess Margaret bought her own tiara ahead of her wedding to Anthony Armstrong-Jones. She purchased the spectacular diamond Poltimore tiara for £5,500 at auction in 1959, but it was originally made by the House of Garrard in 1870 for Lady Poltimore, the wife of the 2nd Baron Poltimore. However, following Margaret's death in 2002, the tiara was sold to a private buyer at auction by Christie's. Kate had her first tiara moment on her wedding to Prince William in 2011, when she was loaned the Cartier Halo tiara. The diamond scroll headpiece was given by the late Queen's father, then the Duke of York, to the Duchess of York in 1936 before they became King George VI and Queen Elizabeth. 2 years later, the then Duchess of Cambridge debuted the Lotus Flower Tiara at the annual diplomatic reception in 2013. It was originally a necklace and gifted to the Queen Mother on her wedding day. But Kate's most worn royal headpiece is the Lover's Knot tiara, which was synonymous with her late mother-in-law, Diana, Princess of Wales. The diamond and pearl tiara, originally made for Queen Mary in 1913, was gifted by the late Queen to her new daughter-in-law and she married then Prince Charles in 1981. And in 2023, Kate delighted royal watchers as she debuted the Strathmore Rose tiara at the South Korea State Banquet. The then Lady Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon, later the Queen Mother, was given the floral headpiece as a wedding gift from her father, the Earl of Strathmore and Kinghorn in 1923. While it was left to her daughter, Queen Elizabeth II, following the Queen Mother's death in 2002, it hadn't been seen on a member of the royal family for decades. The royal family celebrated the King's birthday parade, known as Trooping the Colour, with the Princess of Wales making her first public appearance this year on Saturday. The crowds cheered and applauded as Kate, 42, who has been receiving treatment for an undisclosed form of cancer since late February, was joined by her 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, in a carriage for the traditional procession. She was surrounded by other members of the family, with her husband the Prince of Wales, Colonel of the Welsh Guards on horseback, as were the Princess Royal, Colonel Blues, and Royals, and the Duke of Edinburgh, Colonel Scott's Guards. And in another change, the King, 75, travelled in a carriage with his wife, Queen Camilla, 76, instead of riding horseback amid his ongoing cancer treatment. Meanwhile, the Duchess of Edinburgh was accompanied by her daughter, Lady Louise Windsor, 20, and the late Queen Elizabeth's cousin, the Duke of Kent. The impressive display of pageantry at Horse Guards Parade saw over 1,400 officers and soldiers form the parade, together with 200 horses. Meanwhile, over 400 musicians from 10 bands and corps of drums marched and played in unison. Despite the torrential rain, the royals were in high spirits as they made their way back to Buckingham Palace in their carriages, with George, Charlotte and Louis waving enthusiastically to the crowds. 6-year-old Louis also made Mum Kate giggle with his dancing during the ceremony. Ahead of her appearance, the princess shared a personal update about her progress in a letter released on Friday. She wrote, "I'm looking forward to attending the King's birthday parade this weekend with my family and hope to join a few public engagements over the summer, but equally knowing I am not out of the woods yet.